Hey y'all, it's me, Dalton James. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time tuning in, welcome to my YouTube channel. Well, you might be wondering why I'm wearing my coat still and I'm inside. It's because it's cold in DC, like really cold. And I'm still cold because I just got home from work and I am freezing. Okay. Well, you can probably tell from the title of this video that it's gonna be very different than other things. I'm sitting down on my couch, not really talking about anything wellness related, but I do think this will help my overall well-being and my mental state. This is probably the hardest video I've ever made. And I've decided to make this video because even since I started a year ago, I've been literally thinking about making this video since then, which is truly me just being my most authentic and vulnerable self with all of you. When he's vulnerable with you, hard eyes. And I don't really have anything else to say other than that I'm queer. Many of my close friends, I know this is common knowledge, and even my parents know, but I know to other people, not just those that watch my videos, but also friends on social media, this is new information. This is new information, and I want you to take that as you will. I know that I probably have friends from high school or from before high school or from college that are not going to see me the same way or treat me the same way or anything like that, but you know, it's my truth. It's who I am. I really want to make something like a video that wasn't super sad and super like downer, but I also want to explain where I'm coming from. And I'm not as talented as someone who like Elle Mills, who made this like crazy awesome coming out video, sharing like her whole story to this. This is really just me getting my truth out there to kind of clear the air on a lot of things and a lot of questions that I've gotten throughout my entire life. So this is it. So some of you might be wondering what I mean by queer. When I was first coming into terms with my sexuality, I was literally in high school, late high school, I think. I was questioning with myself whether or not, it was at the end of high school, I was questioning with myself whether or not I was gay. And I knew that that did not work for me. And then in college, I started dating someone. Her and I had a great experience together, and I knew that that felt right. I had no questions about that relationship. The first person I had ever come out to was my friend Erin. And I came out to Erin as bisexual, aka meaning I like men and I like women. Bi, the two genders, bisexual. Now, after years of developing my own identity, understanding who I am, I would say more that I'm queer. Some people think that's like a back step. Some people don't really know what queer means. So that's kind of, I'm gonna clear the air on that a little bit. There's the term queer because I don't think the term bisexual really fits me anymore. I'm not actively looking for both men and women. Some people think that like, when I explain what I'm feeling, some people think that that's still bisexual, some people think that that's pansexual, which the definition of pansexual is this. But for me, queer just kind of makes the most sense right now. There are different times in my life when I'm really looking for a relationship with a woman, a relationship with a man. After my ex and I broke up, I started going through a period of only wanting to be with men, and then I went back to only wanting to be with women, and then back to only men again, and then back to only women again. Even now that I'm in a time that I really only want to be in a relationship with a man, even though that has never happened and probably will never happen. This identity is still something that I struggle with. There are times that I'm not sure that queer is the right thing for me, especially because there are straight people who don't really understand the whole queer spectrum, and they don't understand, the things that fall under it, and they, want to just say that I'm gay. And there are gay people who love to say, oh, he's just bi now and gay later, and they try to squash the fact that like there are people who are not just lesbian and gay, and not just straight, there's also lots of people in the middle, or lots of people that, there's lots of other letters in the LGBT alphabet. So the B is literally there for bisexual, and the Q is there for queer or questioning. So like, even though I'm still discovering who I am as a person, I know that I cannot be who I want to be publicly and on social media and just in my overall life until I fully do a video like this, until I fully come out and just be the most honest and truthful person that I could be. I did want to do a quick shout out to Shane Dawson. I saw his coming out video literally 2 months after I came out to my friend Erin, and that had a huge impact on me. The way that he described his struggles of being a bi man and not really understanding his, what he wants and coming to terms with his sexual orientation and all of this stuff really just kind of helped me feel confident that I was making the right decisions in what I was doing, and I was still being honest to myself. I don't think I would have been able to unpack all the emotions I had felt in as good of a way without watching that video. So a huge shout out to him. If you haven't seen his video, definitely recommend it. And I wanted to make this video too because I didn't want to just post a video and be like, I'm here, I'm queer, I like beer, like all that weird stuff. I just wanted to be like, hey, here's where I am, here's my truth, here's where I'm coming from. Let's talk about it if you have any questions. Let's not if you don't. Cool? Sounds great. I am just gonna read really quickly what the definition of queer is that I found. It's an identity used to be vague or non-specific about a person's sexual orientation, identifying with the LGBT community as a whole. Also a description of people's non-heterosexual sexual orientations in a non-specific and unbiased manner. And I've always heard of it as kind of like the umbrella term for people underneath the LGBT plus community, and that really just fits best for me. And until I find another letter that works better, I'll let you know. Don't be surprised if one day down the line you see a picture of me and a guy or me and a girl and it's like, hey, this is me and my new relationship. I mean, I would be pretty surprised when that happens, but don't be surprised when that happens because I'm creating this video to tell you that it's a potential thing that's gonna happen. I also really wanted to create some really exciting things of people sharing their story, people sharing their stories, trans people sharing their stories about how they came out or what they're doing in their day-to-day life, some really like invigorating stuff that I would love to create and put out there, but I don't think I could do that unless if I'm being authentic and vulnerable about myself and what I am doing. And it just doesn't feel right. And it just doesn't feel right to be a part of a project like that unless if I'm also doing that myself first. And because of who I've been my entire life and like where I've come from and how I've presented myself, I don't think I'm one of those people that can just like be gay and no one has any questions, or be queer and nobody has any questions. I am definitely someone that I feel like this video was necessary to create. I came to DC and no one had any questions because like right out the get-go I was like, oh, by the way, I'm queer. Like it wasn't like a question that people had, but I knew that's not the same from where I've been and where I'm coming from. I'm sharing this with all of you. This is my truth and this is my coming out story. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button and I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Ooh, I'm sweating now. I'm really glad that I didn't cry. I'm literally sweating.